Hi everybody, it's Jayma Malney, and I thought I would do something that I've never actually done before, and that is flip through all of the Christmas cards that I made this year. I've done this in the past for scrapbooks, but not for my cards, and I've made a ton of different Christmas cards. Some of them I have a process video and some of them I don't. So I've got these organized a tiny bit. These ones are all the ones from the 31 Days of Christmas cards that we did back in October with the creative design team. So I will go through those, and if you missed any of these, you can go back and watch these videos. I'll put the whole playlist in the end of this video, so you can just click on it, and I'll link it below too. So this fun one with distress oxides, and that's part of the same video as this, where I featured this fun stencil, which is not a Christmas stencil, but used it in for Christmas cards. And then we did this one 2 ways using this little critter stamp set. This one uses distress oxide ink blending, and this one does not. And then we went on to some photo cards. So this one uses a die to cut out the photo. This was actually my Christmas card from last year, my family Christmas card. And so I recreated that to show you what I did. I don't usually share my family Christmas card until after Christmas or the year after, because I want it to be a surprise. This is another one from my week 4 of the Christmas card, 31 Days of Christmas cards, and that's a fun little shaker card. And this can be removed, and it's an ornament. So I've got the date on the back, and there we go. And then all of these cards were from one video because they all use the same layered background die to create these fun looks with 1 layer of glitter paper, couple layers of white paper, and then a background sheet. And so those were all really fun, and I stamped on the inside. So this one could be also a Valentine's card, but I stamped Christmas is Love with all the trimmings on the inside so that it could be a Christmas card as well. So there's those, and then I used the leftovers from the middle of the glitter sheets to create a couple more cards. So get the most out of your glitter paper, and here's another one. So you might be able to tell that there's kind of this like snowflake pattern in that background die, and so I recreated that and just put it onto that black shimmer background. So that was fun. So there's all the ones from 31 Days of Christmas cards. Here's some others I created, just some kind of random ones. This one was inspired by Lisa Stenz from a couple years back using the Seasons of Joy Cricut collection. So that one is fun. This one I used the, was it Everyday Moments, I believe, Cricut collection, and used some of the elements from one of the layouts to create these 2 cards. This is from Seasons of Joy. This might be 2, but the notebook paper and this little paper clip are from Everyday Moments, which is a collection that has pre-designed layouts and cards. This is from our new Cricut collection, the Jingle Joy Cricut collection. And it's already designed like this for you, this black piece, and it cuts out just a little smaller than an A2 card, so you have a border. I just put it right onto white paper. I added some liquid pearls for the little nose. You could use a gem or a sequin or anything else, and just left it very simple. Here's another way to use that, paper piecing some glitter paper behind a few of the elements, but still leaving it pretty simple. This is actually what I cut a ton of these for my mom because she's creating something similar to this for her Christmas cards this year. So I'm mailing those off to her. And then you can see here that I used that deer that's from this, the negative piece, for this card. Now for these next few cards I'm going to show you, I actually went to town creating gift tags. And I have a whole box here of gift tags that I can show you too. But this was supposed to be a tag, and I thought, oh, that would be cute on a card. So sometimes I think it's a little easier to create little clusters that could be tags and then later add it onto your card. And so I think that this is something I wouldn't have come up with on my own for a card, but it turned out to be a cute tag and then into a card. And same here, I created this circle with the tree on it as a tag, and then I thought, oh, that would be really cute on a card. Same with this. So for my tags, these 3 here and this big box of them, I just dug out a bunch of die cuts that I had left over in a bowl on my desk and some other places that I had left over. I always save usable pieces for later, and that's what all of these are. So it's fun with tags to just kind of layer up a whole bunch of stuff. It's kind of anything goes, and it ended up that these looked really cute on a card, so I turned them into cards. Okay, before I get to the gnomes, I'm going to show you these cards. These are cards that I created for our extravaganza. Close to My Heart asked me to create a week-long series using our specialty papers. And so this is on the black ore paper, and there is a process video to this. I will link below. And then I used texture paste, and then I used Distress Oxide ink kind of around the edge to give that halo effect in the middle. This is pearl paper, and I just think that that turned out so cool. So there's that one, and then I created a couple of cards using our shaker thin cuts, and this one is using it as a shaker, and this one is using just the thin cuts as a normal card without the shaker element. So those are super fun, and these letters are a die cut set as well. And then these 2 cards, it's a twofer. I love that when you can cut something out of one paper and use it for something else, especially when it's glitter paper, which is a little more on the pricier side, and get more out of that. You can see this is a little crooked. You know, I just kind of eyeball things, and that's fine with me, but you might want to do more measuring and taping down. But there's this is part of a larger process video with lots of cards in it. It's a glitter paper video, so these are in that as well, using a really fun die cut that creates these little 3D flaps for the wreath. That's really fun, so love that. And then this wasn't part of the series, but it does use some specialty foil paper, which was fun, and I created some fun Distress ink backgrounds with these. There is a process video for this as well, which shows lots of Distress Oxide ink techniques, so I will also link that below. And finally, I have these cute gnome cards. I just posted a video for creating these, this card, and showed these, so be sure to go and check that out. These are all very similar, but I used the multi-window thin cuts to give all of those fun pops of pattern and color. Used the Gnome Matter stamp set, which came out last spring, and I turned the gnomes into Santas. And then these are all very similar as well, just a different kind of style card. I love how these die cuts turned out. This is from the Mary Borders stamp and die set, and I used just the die for the Mary, and also there's some piece in here. This one uses piece. I use just the die, and then this is actually a stamp from that stamp set. So these are all just a little bit different. I like to pre-cut a bunch of stuff at once and assemble them, but I really don't like assembly line stuff, like creating the same exact thing over and over. So I just kind of alter them a little bit. So I hope that you enjoyed those and got some ideas. And then I thought I would just kind of flip through some of these tags. And again, I limited myself to just die cuts that I had laying around in a drawer and a bowl that I keep on my desk. So nothing was created for the purpose of tags. It was all cut ahead of time, and then I put them together. And I think it's really fun to do that and really kind of stretch your creativity and find new uses and look at your supplies in new ways when you just have a bunch of stuff out in front of you. You may not have as many extra die cuts as I do, just kind of lying around, and that's okay. You can always just cut out a bunch of dies from what you do have, and maybe not even have a plan in mind, but just you know, cut out using scrap paper, and just kind of do that whole process first, and then have it all out in front of you, and then work from it. So it's really fun to do, and it's fun to use up all of these extra supplies and know that they're being used and they're not going to be thrown away, and they're going to make your packages really cute. So this is from the Magnolia wreath kit, or a Magnolia frame kit that we had a couple of years ago, I believe, and looks cute on a Christmas tag. So I just had a lot of fun with this, just went to town, and you know, anything goes with tags. They're so fun. You can really do anything. These are just a bunch of Cricut cut trees that I had left over, and I just made those the tag, so I didn't put them on anything. I had cut a bunch of kits for this card and had a bunch of them left over, so those are just cute little die cut tree tags. So there we go.
I hope you enjoyed and got some ideas, and if you did, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell to be sure you don't miss any upcoming process and flip through videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.